Let's get to traditional gender roles for a second here. So there's an article from the Wall Street Journal. You have the article about the stay-at-home dads. Pull this up real quick. So meet the stay-at-home dads. They're on the rise as men drop out of work and skip college. You have that article, Malik?
Yes.
Okay, so stay-at-home dads are on the rise in the U.S., accounting for nearly 20% of stay-at-home parents. Okay? This is actually a Business Insider article. Often prompted by economic downturns and shifting gender norms. Got it. This is according to Pew Research. Economic pressures, including the cost of childcare and limited job prospects, drive some men to choose stay-at-home roles. You know, daddy daycare is what we're talking about, which could serve as a solution to the growing workplace crisis faced by American men and who are enrolling in college less and fewer working hours. I don't know if you know this. 40 years ago, 60, 70% of college attendees were men, right? 30%, 40% women. It is completely flipped now. Women 60% in college, men 40%. Women are getting their degrees. They're basically, you know, they say degrees pay fees, skills pay the bills. Women are taking on more college debt, credit card debt, trying to become economically empowered. They're taking on that role. And on the flip side, clearly men are now willing to stay home and take care of the kids. Some are even breastfeeding these days. I call it, what do they call it? Chest feeding. Shout out to all my chest feeders out there.
I think that's where I draw the line.
While stay-at-home dads have doubled over the last 30 years, doubled.
Wow.
Traditional views actually still do persist, requiring shifts in both societal expectations and policies to fully close the gender gap and recognize caregiving as a shared role regardless of gender. As one dad noted, this is anecdotal, but it's one dad, to hug my kids and take care of my kids is not a gender thing, it's a parent thing. Respect to you, Dad. So, how many women, by a show of hands here, are willing to go to work all day, do your job, do your thing, while dad stays home and takes care of the kids? Show of hands. So I'm the only one.
Way, like whatever works.
I'm the only one that's willing to stay home with the kids while you ladies work.
If that's the situation,
Okay.
I don't care.
Because I think it depends.
So hold on. Who here is willing to work all day while dad takes care of the kids? Show of hands.
Everything's done.
I don't
just
see
don't
any
like
hands.
that. I don't think there's any balance in that, whether it's a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad.
Well,
so no.
I personally disagree. Like I've had this conversation with my husband and we kind of laughed about it, but I flat out told him I would not see you the same. I do not see you as that man, that provider, that if I have to go out and work and make all that money and you staying at home, I automatically lose respect for you as a man. And this is just my opinion. I don't know if any of you agree, but it's like, you're the man.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing home?
Yeah.
Like, I should be home.
Okay, that's what I'm
Can I
talking
add on to
So
what
you're
she's
saying, listen, you've got 4 kids. You know, you're a hairdresser. Okay, you're working
We're
full-time
both
or part-time?
entrepreneurs.
But you would
Part-time right now.
absolutely lose respect for him
I
if
would.
you were slaving or doing hair all day and he was just home taking care of the kids.
Unless he has, like, I don't know, something that's not enabling him from working, then okay. But if there's nothing wrong with you, why are you home doing absolutely nothing, taking care of the kids?
So you would lose respect.
I would.
Okay, J. Marie.
And this is no shots against men. I love men. This is nothing against them. But I think that right now in the society we live in, men aren't, they're a lot weaker than how they were, you know, back then in the day. And it's forced women into a masculine role to having to take care of themselves and having to take care of so much and, you know, the money and being able to provide for themselves and protect themselves. We no longer live to where guys can, you know, step up to the plate. Not all of them, some of them. So I think that just, you know, women coming in a role with more masculinity than femininity, it already puts us at a deficit, and we cannot, I mean, we're nurturers, we care for the people around us, we love very hard, you know, and so I think that when a man cannot step up to the plate, it already puts us at a deficit, and I don't think that's something that, you know, women would want to deal with, essentially.
So you're not down to do that?
No.
Because I'll wife you up right now. I'll just stay home. You can go to work. I'll just take care of the kids. I'll make the house nice and neat.
No, Adam.
And you go out there and kick some ass.
I think it comes down to biology, too, not even getting to
if a man is at home all day long, listening to their crying baby and changing diapers, what do you think is going to happen to their testosterone level?
Yeah.
Do you think their same sex is going to be the same?
No.
Do you think the chemistry is going to be the same? It's not. It's impossible. So I don't agree with that.
Yeah, and testosterone has dropped, I think, 1% every year for the last 40 years. And it's true that like men just aren't as strong, tough, and masculine these days.
Mm-hmm.
Step the fuck up, man!
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think guys can
So
really
no
take
one,
that.
Melissa, you do very well for yourself. You're doing your thing. You meet a nice dude. You know, you settle down, maybe have a kid or two. But he's going to stay home and raise the kids while you're out there crushing the world. What do you think?
Is the gladiator staying at home and taking care of kids? No, he's out there hunting and protecting his wife and his family. I want a gladiator. And for
Okay.
me, a man that stays at home and takes care of the kid while his woman is out working is a freaking pussy.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
Gabby,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I
have
feel
a
like
question, though.
you'll be willing to deal with the guy who stays home and does some chest feeding. Let me know, Gabby.
I actually want to see the article because I'm curious. Because when you say that they've dropped out of college to do this, like, or is it based on the current economic downturn that they just can't find?
All the
a job?
above.
I'm where she's
All the
at.
above.
I'm where she like stay-at-home dad. Does that mean he's also like financially insecure? Or is that
Yeah,
just
like, I'm
where
not signing
like
up for that to be your job. But if this is you know what I'm saying? Like, is
Yeah.
this, I'm just asking, based on the article and what you're providing to us, are you saying it's because of the economic downturn? There's a lot of layoffs. People don't have jobs. That's the solution for the time being. Then that's a different story.
Cost of childcare, limited jobs
Right, everything I'm
prospects,
saying.
not going to college. There's a multitude of factors. It's not one thing.
Right.
The point is, how willing are you to go out, kick some ass in the workforce while dad's staying home?
If it was for a time being because they didn't have a job or something.
I'm not
then
talking
yes.
6 months, Gabby.
Okay, well
I'm
then
talking
no.
in
Then I wouldn't do
perpetuity.
it. I wouldn't do it then.
and you're talking that the woman is the sole breadwinner. Like he is at home.
Bringing home nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, I think 6 months would be my limit.
Okay.
For
Right,
that.
because of there
Also,
are
let me just say, if I
scenarios.
come home and my kids are sucking on my husband's nipples,
Okay.
that's problem number one.
Well, that's happening these days.
Meet the Fockers?
Well, listen, guys, I'm glad that you guys gave this response because here's the deal. You know, traditional gender roles have flipped over the last few decades. Okay? For eons, the man was the protector and the provider, and what'd you call him? The gladiator. And the woman was the nurturer, taking care of the kids, being motherly, being feminine, but everything's flipped these days. And that's the point of the question on the panel. None of you would be comfortable staying with your husband, staying at home, with your man staying at home, and you be out in the workplace. You said you would absolutely lose respect for him.
I sure
And you
would.
would completely just look at him like a fucking pussy.
Yes.
That's, in all due respect, how men look at women when they're basically trying to emasculate men and take their role
Yep.
from
Yep.
them.
Yep.
So just how you're kind of like belittling men, and rightfully
I
so,
absolutely
that's kind of how
agree
men
with
are
you.
like,
I
"Hey,
agree.
what are
Yeah,
you doing,
I agree
chick?
too.
Like, let the man handle
And
that."
also, like,
Yeah.
women should give men that space to step up, you know,
Absolutely. Right.
because, you know, women, I mean, all the girls in this panel, like, we all, you know, have worked for something that we have, but allowing your man to just step up, like, make him make the decisions, act like a damsel in distress, I don't know, like, you know, so I think that women have to do that also, is just allowing them to make, you know, their mistakes and also allowing them to step up as well.
I'm
also
gonna give my protector, my provider, the person that pays all my bills for me, Natalia. I'll give you the final word on this topic before we move on to the next one. Thank you for paying all my bills, young lady. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.